In April 2022, we spoke about trans deviant 42-year-old Chloe Thompson, an ex-armed forces and real name Andrew McNab, who was caught rubbing herself off on a public wheelie bin before using a sex toy on herself in an alleyway in Middlesbrough, Teeside on August the 13th, 2021. It was said that on the same day it exposed itself in the street it lives in and thrust its hips into a fence, and then it entered its house, stood at the window, exposed its arse and then thrust against the window, where 3 children passed in a vehicle saw it. Now the children were passengers, by the way, in the vehicle and not the only occupants, before somebody points that out. Chloe Thompson already had 17 convictions for 22 offences, which included sexually assaulting an underage girl in 2011, for which it was already on the sex offenders register. It was added to the sex offenders register before it started to dress as a scruffy woman, by the way. It also breached its sexual harm prevention order by opening a TikTok account without informing police, for which it was handed a suspended sentence. Appearing at Teeside Crown Court in 2022, the judge said he wanted to first investigate if structures could be put in place to protect the public from such behaviour if he decided to suspend its sentence. So, let's just quickly recap. It sexually assaulted an underage girl before it decided to try getting away with it by calling themselves trans, dressing as a woman, for which it got a suspended sentence and put on a register. It breached the requirements of its sexual harm prevention order, for which it got a suspended sentence, and for some reason now 10 months after it appeared in court for lewd acts that we've just mentioned, it was given a 6-month suspended sentence in order to carry out unpaid work. I guess calling yourself trans really does get you out of a lot of trouble. A witness to the events described just a moment ago reports seeing a male on the streets wearing women's clothing and seeing that person lifting and playing with their penis. The court heard another witness describe seeing a man standing in the forecourt area of a house, leaning over the garden gate, thrusting their hips forward and backwards, looking at the group as if he wanted them to notice him. Its barrister, Andrew McGloin, previously told a judge that Ms Thompson is an individual who feels at this point in her life very optimistic and hopeful for the future. She plans to attend a gender clinic, which may lead to her undergoing gender reassignment surgery. About 2.5 years ago, she expressed a wish to change her gender and, following that decision, has changed her name to Chloe Thompson. It's been a very emotional journey for her and has at times suffered with mental health problems, which have been exacerbated with periods of homelessness. Of course, I knew it wouldn't be too long before the mental health card was played like an ace in the pack. Now, I've got nothing against those who wish to dress as women. I've done it on occasions. Fancy dress. We're all perfectly entitled to live our lives how we see fit, providing it doesn't cause harm to others. But this creature is and has caused harm on multiple occasions, but has never yet seen the inside of a prison cell for doing things I would certainly be locked up for as a white British male. This is a prolific offender and a danger to the public and should be locked up. And soon as the court's failing to do just that, all I can do is share this story and its face in the hopes that by knowing who this is, you can better protect yourselves and your young ones.